just the other day, there was a journalist from the local newspaper. He came by and visited us, and the first thing he asked, and the first thing everyone asked us is, how did you make money while traveling for 7 years?
Yeah.
So if you're interested in knowing more about that, then you came to the right place.
Yeah. So welcome to Exploring Happiness podcast. I'm Niki. This is Jens.
Yes, I am.
This is Eddie.
This is Eddie.
And we're so excited about this episode today. So like Jens already introduced, we're going to talk about how we're going to answer the question, not today, but not all of it today, but how did we make it happen?
That
for
would be
7 years?
Really, really long podcast.
Yeah,
if we
because
had to,
there's a lot of different jobs we did.
Yeah, different ways of making money.
Yeah, but let's talk about, first of all, how this all started, Jens.
Yeah, well, it started when we decided to value our freedom over money, I feel like.
That's a good one. Yeah. It's 7 years ago, 8 years ago probably now, but we really felt like we were in a hamster wheel.
Yeah, rat race,
just always just working and drinking in the weekends, and we just wanted to create a life that felt really good for us and felt like aligned with our values. And one of them was, for me, definitely traveling, and it also became for you something you really enjoyed. And so the question is, like, how did we then make money on the road, and how did we make this happen? Because we were actually on the road for 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years of full-time traveling is quite a lot.
So the first 3 years we went to Asia, and this last 4 years we went around. We traveled in a van in Europe. Are you looking at the technique?
Yeah, looking at the technical bits. It seemed like it's freezing a little bit, but we're just going to keep continuing and then see what happens. And if it doesn't work live, then we'll record these podcasts instead and upload afterwards.
Yeah.
But that's fine. But where were we? One of the first things we did was actually just make the choice not to do what everyone told us we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Which was full-time job, a business.
Yeah.
Big house or apartment, and a car, and the same stuff that everyone thinks you should do. Have a career.
Yeah, and then also wait until you retire to actually be happy and do the stuff you want to do. You do all your savings, and you work really hard for 40 years, and then you get retired and you finally go after your dreams. And we didn't want to do that. We wanted to live now, because we also know how valuable life is, right? We never know when it's over.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, we never know when it's over. So we wanted to make it best of it. And I think for me, one of the things, I don't know where I heard that, and I don't know if I say the quote right, but I never want to live the same year for 90 years. So over and over again, living the same year.
It's so boring.
It's so boring. I always want to follow my curiosity and thereby design my life the way where the water flows, where my heart goes, what do I want to do. So we've been traveling in Asia for 3 years, then we did the van life for 4, and now we bought a farm in Denmark, because that is something that's been on your heart for a long time, that you wanted to have something more. You wanted pigs.
I wanted
pigs.
I wanted something more permanent.
Yeah.
I wanted to plant a tree and watch it grow as well.
Yeah.
And when traveling all the time, you never really have something that's yours, like all yours. So that was important. But I think, just going back to what you said, one of the if I can summarize it in like one sentence, it's like, I don't want to have a life I feel like I need to retire from.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Because if you always waiting for retirement, then you're never really living. Then you're just passing time until you can go do what you actually want to do, instead of just already now doing what I want to do as much as possible. So and what we wanted to do was travel. So we had to really pivot into earning money in different ways, and
figuring out.
We traveled. We did it in many ways, but I mean, we traveled with your jewelry for a while.
Yeah.
went to markets and stuff like that, and
Massage.
brought it to New Zealand, and then
Yeah.
that was mainly when we were in Asia.
Yeah.
But in Asia was also when we opened our minds to other ways of earning money online.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the online world.
Because before that, we actually didn't know that much about earning money online. We've heard briefly about people doing YouTube videos and other things where they actually made money from, but we had no idea.
No, I only knew, like, because I had my jewelry business since 2009 or 10, doesn't matter. And so that was the only thing I knew. You had a product and you sold it, and that's
how you did.
That's mainly what we did. And
you had a web shop.
You have a web shop, yeah. I think that's all you did back then.
Yeah. But then, then we learned a lot there because we met so many cool people. And then coming back to Europe and buying the van and starting traveling in the van, there was something definitely changed there, because we did. The dog is chewing on his paw. We definitely learned how to search out multiple avenues of trying to make money, not just selling a product, but also like maybe selling online courses, doing work, finding clients on Upwork and doing work. And you did work for the Rhythmic Rebellion, so also like remote work, but still basically trading your time for money, which we did for a long time.
Yeah, and that's... Do you have more on that?
No, but then also when we had the van, we did lots of fun stuff because we also sold physical products while traveling.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, so we had definitely multiple income streams, and so one thing we also wanted to point to tell in this podcast today was also that we used to do a podcast before, and it was mainly actually interviewing people on the road and talking about different lifestyle, and we are now pivoting into how to make money online. And with that saying, we have a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff we want to share with you, but also because we did it for 7 years, right?
We did it.
It's not always been easy, and that's why, and it's been a roller coaster ride to figuring out how to do it. And we're gonna tell you and teach you everything we know how to set yourself free and go traveling or just earn more money in your
online
life.
or offline, but anyways, everything that we know, we want to share with you in this podcast. So that also means that if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, if you know about us already, maybe you followed us on social media, on Instagram, maybe you joined some of Niki's women's circles or listened to her podcasts, the Uncomfortably Honest podcast. We're just going to give that a shout out here, where Niki talks with all her girlfriends and other people about all the stuff that
nobody talks about.
Too embarrassing or too naughty or whatever it is, too hard to talk about, then they talk about it anyways on the Uncomfortably Honest podcast.
Uncomfortably Honest podcast.
Or maybe you did one of my online courses on how to use Upwork, or maybe you know of us, maybe you don't. But if you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to ask us, now's a good time to post it in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube, or send us an email if you're just listening to this podcast on Spotify or wherever. But definitely we want to hear what you want to know. What are your obstacles? What thoughts do you have?
What's in your way, like, to do it, to finally break out of 9 to 5 and go for your dreams? Because for me, some of my things was definitely just the fear of doing it. Like, what will people think if I really put myself out there and online? And then another thing that I struggled with was a lot for me was that I have so many interests and I'm so many things I'm passionate about and I love to do, and there's also many things I'm good at but I don't want to work with. And it's just that starting point of figuring out who am I, what do I want to do, what is my interest, what I'm good at, and what makes the money.
Yeah, and what is possible.
What is possible as well.
I could give a few things, like a few ideas. I'll just throw them out there, since the main obstacle would typically be like, but I don't know anything about technology. I don't know anything about the online world. I have had jobs on Upwork where all you literally had to do was put up a camera and watch yourself, film yourself walk to the front door, or film yourself eat a bowl of cereal. That was the main job.
Yeah.
And I just...
What do you mean? So it's
I just want to say there's something for everybody. There's always something that is needed. I was offered a job where all we had to do was take our mobile phone cameras and go out and take pictures of road cracks and potholes.
That's so inspiring.
So inspiring, but you might think that there's absolutely nothing if you're not a full stack developer or like a marketing expert. There's nothing you can do online.
Oh, there's everything.
Or there's everything you can do online, but you just don't know about it because you've never been in that world.
So when you're saying that, I would suggest that you can just write in the comments as well what are some of your talents, and then we can maybe take it, like read the comment, of course, and then we can brainstorm on it and take the question or your talent into the next podcast and tell you exactly. Thank you. I'm so brilliant. I know. That's what I'm good at. And then me and Jens, we will sit here and actually just paint a business plan for you.
We give you a full solution. Just post in the comment like what you know how to do. Come up with 3 or 4 things that you... what you're good at, what you're passionate about, what you know how to do, and what you would like to know more about, maybe.
Yeah. Also, what your interest is, like something you're not so good about, but you're totally into it. Like menstrual cycle awareness. For me, it's like, oh my God, I'm so passionate, but I don't know anything.
Trees, maybe plants, whatever, anything that you're passionate about. Just post it down, leave a comment, and then we will make you a business plan in the next episode.
Yeah. So in the last part of what I want to talk, not only me, because me, Eddie, and Jens want to talk with you about is, so for 7 years now, we've been making money online or offline, and we travel the world. But what we have seen is also we want to start making more passive income. We want to create more multiple income streams, because we see if you only have like one way the money is coming in, it can be quite dangerous. And we all see that, we have all experienced that here with the pandemic and all this stuff. We know that nothing is really secure. A normal job is not really secure. So this is something me and Jens this is what we wanted to do. We actually want to retire ourselves in 7 years' time, and we will do that with creating multiple incomes over the next couple of months and years. And our first goal is to so we already have like covered our normal expenses with the work we have now, but we want to now create it passively.
Yeah. So we want to. So every week in this podcast, we're gonna tell you what we did this last week to build our passive income streams. And what I did last week was create a course about how to turn your Upwork profile into an agency.
Yeah.
I will put a link to the course below the video with a discount code, so you can get it for, I think, $10, something like that.
I think so, or euros or whatever.
Like 80% discount on the course, and then you can watch that if you want. If you already have an Upwork profile, I will create another course about how to get started on Upwork. Hopefully I can tell you about that in the next podcast.
Yeah. And
other things I did is I've been quite active on Facebook groups and told people about the course, and I've had a few sign-ups. I'm going to give it away for free as well to some people who, as a way of testing it. So that's what I did. Did I do anything else to generate passive income streams? Oh, I wrote a blog post on the blog as well.
Yeah, so this passive income and getting multiple income streams is not completely something we are experts in, but we've been studying it for a long time, and that's why we're putting the ship in the water now. And what we also did is this. We're doing the podcast.
Oh yeah, we're doing the podcast, which is another thing. Yeah,
and we will put it on YouTube, and at one point this will make an income as well, and you can follow this podcast as well. For me, I put my 21-day happiness journey on Upwork. No, not Upwork.
On Udemy.
On Udemy, an online course I created a while ago. It's all about all my tips actually to live a more happy and healthy life, and it's a 21-day journey, and you got all my good tips from how to sleep better, how to eat better, how to meditate, how to just figuring out what you want with your life. It's actually a brilliant course, and you can get it there as well, and I also have a discount code for you. But so the last part of this podcast will be where we are telling you what's been going on for us this week, and if we got any results from our new found way of making the money.
So far, I had 2 sign-ups to my online course, but they're both not paid. They're both free sign-ups.
Yeah. Because what is important now on Udemy is actually to get reviews. So what you would do, you create the course, whatever you're passionate about, and then you put it up there and you give it away for free to 10 people who can give you a review.
You know
and
what?
Then we'll boot.
I just want to say something. Sorry for interrupting.
He's always interrupting.
I'm going to put a link.
Something we're working on.
I'm going to put the link below, actually. I'm going to put a link where the first 100 people who use the link gets the course for free that I made, actually.
The first 100?
The first 100 who uses the link will get it for free.
Wow, Jens, you're so generous today.
Yeah, and then I would love your feedback on it. Is there anything you feel like you don't know after you're done with it? Is there any other topics you would like me to create courses about? Something you would learn about Upwork or any other freelance marketplace? Then do that, because I am an Upwork expert. I've been very successful on Upwork, so
yeah, it's crazy.
I'm happy to ask all questions. Yeah,
it's crazy how this started, actually, and this is why we wanted to start a podcast as well. Take a moment. Wait a second. You will get the.
I'll lean back.
No, there's like in 2016 we were in Bali and we met this incredible woman, Brooke, and she told Jens about Upwork, and he was like, nah, what the ever. And then this became like, I don't know how much money you actually made on it, but I think 3 years later, you just actually started doing it, what she was saying. So what I want to say is like small ideas, a little seed 3 years ago or 2 months ago can actually lead you to earn a lot of money. So that's why one of my reasons why I want to start the podcast as well, because you never know what a person's going to say to you that actually going to change your life completely. And I think that was the thing Brooke said to you, and suddenly you had within 3 months you had a thriving business going on Upwork, and now you are telling other people about how to
teaching
do it.
other people how to do the same. And I think we're slowly going to wrap this up, but I think we wanted to first of all keep this short and precise, and also give you some actionable advice, or like applicable advice or something.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just talk too much, but we do. But we want to kind of leave you with some positivity and an uplifting statement, which is, it's never really too late to get started.
No.
And I think many people keep saying that, but it's too late, and YouTube is oversaturated, and there's so many people doing this and this.
True.
Shut up. There's plenty of opportunity. And you thinking it's too late, I know Niki has an example from her last podcast that she can then also just...
Yeah, but statistically, it's not too late. It's just the beginning. It's the beginning with e-commerce. It's the beginning with podcasts, YouTube. Everything is just the beginning. No, like, I think it's such a small percent of the world that's actually online. Even I think it's only 10% of the population that's buying online. So oh my God, we are in the beginning. So don't worry about that. So the takeaway from today is it's never too late.
never
But
too late.
yeah, so
And
Debbie,
then,
my podcast. Yeah, so Debbie and Tony, we met in Portugal 1 year ago. They just sold everything and went to live in a van. You can listen to the episode on the Uncomfortably Honest podcast.
we'll leave a link in the
And
below.
they have a mature age. Is that nicely said?
That's very well said.
Yeah.
I would say they're in the 50s.
Yeah, they're in the 50s.
I hope.
But they look like they're in the 40s.
Definitely look like they're in the 40s, yeah.
So inspiring couple as well who finally said yes to life and now figuring out how to do this online work as well. So never too late, it's never too early. Just get going.
Get started.
Thank you so much for tuning in today to the Exploring Happiness podcast. Yay!
Yay. And then don't forget, leave a comment, like and subscribe, do all the things if you're on YouTube. And if you're thinking it's too late, then think again.
Bye.
Bye.